You are listening to Sea to Haven, where we share ideas, questions, and stories. Have you ever thought to yourself, why do I always mess things up? Yeah, me too. It's a tough feeling, but what if it doesn't mean what you think it means? Today we're going to talk about why we feel that way, what's really going on underneath, and how to stop being so hard on ourselves. Why do I always mess things up? That question probably hurt just hearing it. And if you've asked it, you're not alone. But here's the truth. The fact that you're asking this, it means you care. It means you're trying. And trying is the most important part. Let's talk about this together. You ever lie in bed at night and replay a moment over and over again? Something you said that came out wrong. Something you didn't say that you wish you had. A mistake you made. A chance you missed, a plan that fell apart the moment you started. And you think, why do I always mess things up? It feels heavy, like you're carrying a backpack filled with regret and every day it just gets a little heavier. But here's something most people won't tell you. Messing up is part of being human. Let me say that again. Messing up is not a sign that you're broken. It's a sign that you're growing. Let's take a closer look at what we even mean by messing up. Most of the time, when we say we messed up, what we're really saying is, I didn't meet my own expectations. I didn't meet someone else's expectations. I didn't get the result I wanted. I felt embarrassed. I let someone down. I let myself down. But what if those mess-ups are actually moments that are trying to teach you something? What if they're not roadblocks, but redirections? Let me ask you something. Can you name one person, just one, who's never made a mistake? Someone who's never said the wrong thing, never made a bad decision, never failed, fallen, or embarrassed themselves? Exactly. Because that person doesn't exist. Even the most successful people you look up to, they have their own list of moments they wish they could take back. You just don't see that part. You don't see the messy drafts, the awkward silences, the nights they cried. You only see the polished version. So when you compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel, of course it feels like you're always messing up. But you're not. You're just living. And life is messy. Let's go even deeper. Why do we feel like we mess things up all the time? Here are a few reasons. 1, you're hard on yourself. You hold yourself to impossible standards. When something goes wrong, even slightly, you blame yourself fully. But would you talk to a friend the way you talk to yourself? If your friend forgot an appointment, made a mistake at work, or said something awkward, would you look them in the eyes and say, wow, you always mess everything up? Of course not. You'd be kind. You'd be understanding. You'd remind them they're human. You deserve that same kindness. 2, you remember the bad louder than the good. Our brains are wired to remember pain. It's a survival thing. So when you make a mistake, your brain holds onto that memory tighter than the 100 little wins you had before it. But just because the memory is louder doesn't mean it's more important. You've done so many things right, you just forgot, because you're busy carrying the moments you think you messed up. Let's set that bag down for a moment, yeah? 3, you care too much about what others think. And I get it. We all want to be liked, to be accepted, to not feel judged. But when you spend your life trying to avoid making mistakes in front of others, you end up playing small. You end up stuck. And ironically, you mess up more because you're scared to try. Let me tell you something. You are not here to perform. You are here to live. And living means risking, failing, learning, laughing, and doing it all again tomorrow. So what do you do when you feel like you messed everything up? How do you keep going when all you want to do is rewind time? Here's how. Step 1, pause. Breathe. Don't run from it. A lot of us want to run, to scroll it away, drink it away, sleep it away. But pause. Feel it. Name it. Say, yes, that moment hurt, that choice didn't work out, that didn't go how I wanted. Feel it, and then let it pass. Pain is not the enemy. Avoiding it is. Step 2, rewrite the story. Instead of saying, I messed everything up, say, I made a mistake, but that doesn't define me. Or even better, this was a lesson in disguise. You are not the moment you failed. You are the person who keeps showing up. And that person is strong. Step 3. Talk to yourself like someone you love. You've beaten yourself up enough. Try saying, I forgive myself. I'm learning. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I don't have to be perfect to be worthy. These aren't cheesy affirmations. They are reminders that you are still human and still growing. Step 4. Look at the bigger picture. Zoom out. You're looking at one frame of a very long movie, one moment in a very full life. This moment won't define your story unless you let it. So keep writing. Want to know something strange but beautiful? Growth doesn't always feel like growth. Sometimes it feels like failure, like confusion, like disappointment, like trying and falling and trying again. But that's the process. You're not behind. You're not hopeless. You're not cursed. You're just in the middle. And no one's life looks perfect in the middle. Here's what I really want you to remember. The fact that you're reflecting on your actions, that you're asking questions, that you're even listening to this, means you're already changing. People who don't care don't ask why. They just repeat the same mistakes. But you're trying to understand, to grow, to show up differently. That's powerful. You might not see it yet, but one day you'll look back and realize you weren't messing up. You were breaking through. So maybe we need to stop asking, why do I always mess things up? And instead start asking, what is this moment trying to teach me? What can I do differently next time? How can I be kinder to myself moving forward? Because your story isn't over. And you have more chapters to write. So, to the part of you that feels like a mess, you are not broken. You are not a failure. You are a whole person learning through life's chaos. You don't have to get everything right. You just have to keep showing up, one moment at a time, one choice at a time, one breath at a time. And I promise you, you're doing better than you think. If this spoke to you, if you've ever had that voice in your head telling you that you always mess things up, let this be your reminder. You are enough. Even when things fall apart, even when you feel lost, we're in this together, and you're never alone. You're allowed to be a work in progress and still be worthy of love.